You know what time it is? Media Watch, James Credence here. James, we're looking fairly serious stuff to begin with. The reaction in the Latin American press and websites online to the health of Hugo Chavez.
That's right. The French website Arrêt sur Image have brought together front pages from Latin America showing the extent to which this story is dominating the front pages of press across Latin America. If we have a look, it's complejo y duro. Complicated and difficult. That was the official reaction to Chavez's medical situation. Of course, he's being treated for cancer in Cuba, and you can see that complejo y duro, it is across the Latin American press. And indeed, on Monday, we saw that he was also on the front page of the Latin American press when it was announced, of course, that he was going to appoint a successor, and that photo taken by one of the news agencies of him kissing a cross that was picked up. So this man dominates coverage in terms of, I suppose, moments where his health is, and across social media as well. The hashtag El Mundo está con Chavez, the world is with Chavez, is massively subscribed to, with people posting photos, and it seems that a lot of people in the region care about the guy and want him to get better. And this is even in neighbouring Nicaragua, where an imam came to a Christian church and joined in the prayers for Chavez.
A remarkably enigmatic character. Whether you like him, whether you loathe him, you can't ignore him. And let's hope on a human level, his recovery continues. Now then, it is December, which hasn't escaped you, I know.
Right.
Which means lists and best-ofs. Every day, what have you found?
Right. Today it's Google. Well, actually, I think this was even, it went back to yesterday they were talking about this. Google Trending Searches 2012. Whitney Houston was actually the top searched woman. That goes back to the very, very start of the year, of course, when she very sadly passed away. That song, I think we heard it once or twice, Gangnam Style, and all of its related parodies. Hurricane Sandy coming in at number 3. I suppose it got a lot of people worried and curious. The iPad, that was the 4th most searched. And this must be a computer game. I have to say, I'm embarrassed to say, number 5, I've never heard of it. Diablo 3. Kate Middleton and the Olympics. I suppose we could keep going, but there you go. And Amanda Todd, that very sad story of a girl who passed away in Canada in tragic circumstances. And there's lots of silly lists as well, Mark. I'll be very honest with you. You can be serious, but you can also be silly. I'm having that you had lists of cats, right? And this is the 30 most important cats of 2012. Cat videos are big news online. People like them. And here you have a cat who is unhappy, and probably because the cat is dressed in a dress and being made to jump over something he doesn't want to jump over. Here's a cat raising a hedgehog. You can't but look at it.
I hope no cats were hurt in the making of these pictures.
Hedgehogs have been known to hurt a little. In your underneath.
Very spiky response there to that one, I think.
Right.
What's next, James?
2012 weddings. What am I saying? Hold on. 12 weddings. There were 1,400% more weddings. There's got to be an easier way of explaining that.
12 seemed to be a lucky day, and lots of people rushed to get married, hoping it would bring them luck.
So you have 12 photos of weddings around the world being picked up by BuzzFeed. That was in the Philippines. The first one I showed you was in Indonesia. You've got this is in New York City, and it goes on and on and on, and lots of stuff like that. You also had this footballer for Juventus who was number 12. Scored in the 12th minute of the second half on the 12th of the 12th of the 12th.
That is great.
And that was his 12th goal for Juventus.
Wow.
And he is Sebastian Giovinco.
Yeah, get that guy to select the lottery numbers. One wag called the 12th of the 12th of the 12th International Soundcheck Day, because it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
It was just silly, wasn't it, really?
And
there was this boy, right, turned 12 on the 12th of the 12th of the 12th. At 12:12. So look, everybody was looking for the coincidences, to the extent that you had this doing the rounds on social media. That's a viral picture that gets the what would you say, the speech bubbles are changed for the circumstances, and Taigol means shut up. And he's saying, it's 12:12:12, and Batman has heard enough of it.
Okay, it is nearly Christmas, so bring me some lights, James.
All right, well, more silliness. This video has been getting lots of hits today on social media. This is in Brighton, where apparently the guy putting up the Christmas lights had a slightly wicked sense of humour, and he was hiding messages. Depending on the angle, there you go, buy more stuff. So I think he's suggesting it's an overly commercialised holiday. So he had other messages, and you see, of course, it would depend on what angle you're looking at. And here you have another tree that just looks like a tree with Christmas lights, unless you walk around it and see, I hate my job. But he does it pretty well for a guy who hates it.
Clearly gifted at it.
Yeah. And there was much ruder stuff in there that I took out, just in case you think I was being...
buy a ticket, go to Brighton. It's a great place and worth a visit. James Creedon, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks,
James
Mark.
Creedon with Media Watch. Great to see you, sir.